Okay, so we now have all of the redwood siding installed. I have sanded these down. You may recall that they were a little bit dark. Some of them were dark, like this one right here is not at all dark, but these ones down here were really dark, and I've gone back and sanded them all down after they were taking them off and re-countersinking some of them and the screws, and so they're really good and dark, they're really good and light all the way across here. And then I've added on this little piece here so that it's even. I glued and stapled these ends on, sanded them down so they're nice and smooth. You can see here, put some of the ones with the knots here on the back, on the sidings here. But it's all ready to be stained. We picked out the stain that we're going to put on. We'll paint this up here with the same color that's on the cabinet, this customized brown that we've got. And so that's it. We're looking good. Now you can see that I've got these stakes here on the ground. This is where we're going to change the yard perimeter to where these stakes are, and then we're going to put these big 2-inch circle pebble stones on there inside here that'll give us something attractive as far as interesting as far as design. Now over here are the tools, just FYI, the tools that I used for trimming off the adhesive. Got the sander and the two multi-tools with a wide. This is the one with the wide, and this is the one with the narrow. Alright, here we have it after we've painted the trim with Beer's Premium Paint Plus. This is painted with this kind of chocolate color, which is about the same color as our cabinet and the shed that I got around the other side of the house. So next step is to put on the warmth water, Thompson's water sealer with stain. But here you can see what it looks like in the natural. So this right here, this is kind of lit up here, that's where the light is reflecting off of our windows over here, the sunlight, and you can see the difference between where it's dark and that little spot right there where the light is shining on it. So tomorrow, whenever after the stain has been applied and dried, I'll take another picture. Alright, so here we are after having just put on the water coat. Right, here we are after just having put on the Thompson's water sealer with the stain, and you can see it's pretty dark out. It's sun's down, I think, and you can see there's not a lot of light, but you can see how it looks in the evening, the early evening. It soaked in. When it went on, it was kind of orange, but now it's really much more of a cedar-like color. So there we have it. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow when it's all dried and in the morning light. So here we have it, the morning after I have painted and stained the rosebed garden, and you can see it's a nice cedar type of appearance on this. The ones that were light you know, appear, you know, lack the depth. The ones that are that did not have any aged wood on them, you know, they don't have any dark coming through, whereas those that, like this one right here, that did have dark aged wood that hadn't been sanded, you can see the darkness coming through there. But it's a nice cedar appearance, and if you touch it, it's nice and smooth. So we're all done with putting that on, and what we do need to do is we need to put some copper preservative right here in this wood here. This is where I cut the treated wood, the 2x4, in half, or cut a portion of it off. So I'm going to apply some more copper treatment to this that'll act as a preservative, and then I'll paint over that all the way along here on this board on the inside as well, and down here on this other end right here. Alright, so now we're a few weeks into the project. The roses are all planted in there, and I've got the back boards protecting the plastic. So that's coming along well. And now what I've done is I've taken off all the bricks off of here, dug out here. This is all going to become rock here in the front with some big pebble stones. And I'm now in the process of cleaning this out, and then I'm going to put preservative on this pine board that I used to rust the bricks on. It's actually sagged down, so I was able to get the bricks off. So I'm cleaning this all out and put the preservative on, then put the bricks back on, and then fill this up with Foster City soil with the sand and the sea mud and stuff, the bay mud, and be ready to go. This is after one coat of the copper based preservative. You can see how thick it is on here. Of course, this was a dark board, so maybe that's not completely fair. Well, here, yeah, you can see right here, was originally the dark board, and this is originally the new light board. And you can see how it's on there. Alright, so here we are after we've got alright, at this point we've got the 4x4 treated timbers in here. These 4x4 timbers, 8 foot long, are intended for ground contact. And I now also got the pine, the cheap pine that I had got from a construction site, all painted twice with the preservative, with the copper naphthalene preservative. And now I've been forcing the timbers up against there, up against the frame that the bricks rest on. The bricks are in there; they're wedged in tight, using the crowbar here to force that up. Pounding the sand underneath there with the sledgehammer, so it makes a good tight fit all the way around. And you can see the white in there. That's the plastic bags used as a liner to protect the soil from access to the yellow. Access to the 2x8 treated wood that serves as the frame. Yeah, and you can see the white plastic in there that I used as the liner to protect, serve as a barrier between the soil in the rose garden and the 2x8 treated wood. Keeps the soil away from it, minimizes leaching of chemicals, which probably are not a big deal, but also protects the 2x8 so that it doesn't have access to the destructive effects of the soil. And you can see it also protects the pine frame beneath it. So we just need to finish putting on the bricks and making sure it's a good tight seal all the way around, and then we can finish putting the soil up against it. Alright, so here we are at night. We're getting ready to install this plastic stripping along here. This is what I used to use in the very beginning to hold the rose garden soil inside and separate it from the grass, but it's long outlived that purpose. So now what I'm going to do is use it and cover this. This is the treated 2x4 timber right here that has been forced underneath here, and then this is the pine that's been treated with preservative, the copper preservative, and then the bricks rest on that, and the actual rosebed rests on top of that. So what we're going to do is, I've got this soil all in here now, and I'm going to secure this. This is 5 inches, which is just the same. It's the same dimension as the combined width of the or height of the treated timber and the treated pine frame. I'm going to put this on the lower, and then above that I'm going to put this and take that right up to the bricks, so it'll have a double layer along there. Alright, so we are just about ready for this exercise now. Alright, this is the final version. I'm finally just about done with the landscaping on my rose garden. This is just about the final version on my rose garden. I'm finally done with the almost done with the landscaping. You can see these Mexican large Mexican pebbles that have been moved off of the soil right there, and this is going to be my new walkway right here. I've got these bricks down here, but and you can see now how this all the way along here is this 5-inch brown polyvinyl chloride landscaping is underneath there. Comes right around here. I've dug that out there and put it up against there too. This right here is my worm garden, my worm box. You can see it goes down quite a ways now. That's going to be finished off just like this is when I've got everything done. But I've brought in quite a bit of the Foster City